Here is the undefeated four-division defending undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya Monster Inoue. Junto Nakatani.
Nakatani, if I got my age down here right.
28.
Right? 28. At 28, he's young enough to handle that, to survive that. You know, youth can do amazing things. And I believe he's 5 years younger than Inoue. Will that age difference show? Now, Inoue's not used up. He's not shop worn. He's not like an older guy who's been in a lot of rough fights. He's been in enough, but not that many. So will the age make a difference? I'm going to say that Nakatani, you could look at the negative, that last fight only 4 months ago was so brutal, he needs more time before the next fight. But I'm also going to say that he needed that kind of fight. He hasn't been in with the level of competition Inoue has been. He hasn't. And I'm going to say he needed that fight to answer questions to himself. Am I ready for the monster?
But this is the one now. So look, if you can tune in. Also, again, please make sure you check out a guy called Henry's YouTube channel. I am going for Inoue because he's fought the better opposition. He is the bigger. He's now moved up into that weight and he's now that weight class. And I just think he's incredible. He's a whirlwind. There's a reason they call him the monster. He will go for the kill. But in going for the kill, he will leave himself exposed to get chinned. I wouldn't be surprised if both men go down here. But if both men go down, there's only one man that's coming up, and that's Inoue. It really is. I think he's just a special fighter. And I think Nakatani, although he wants this fight, he's almost have to chase this fight, and he's 1 or 2 fights not ready. I need to see him at super bantamweight, maybe 2 more fights, and then I think he'll be ready because it'll be a fully fledged super bantam. You'll see it on the scales. He's just smaller. He's smaller than Inoue. I don't think he hits hard as Inoue. I don't think he's as fast as Inoue. Like whatever Inoue's got, Nakatani is just 1 rung below. Speed, Inoue. Power, Inoue. Experience, Inoue. Chin, maybe Nakatani. Will, close, but I'm going to go Inoue.
You know, we got a big fight in Japan this weekend also, right? Inoue, you faced him a couple times against Nakatani. Just how do you think that one goes?
You know, I've been against Inoue twice. You know?
Yeah.
And I seen that fighter in person. I mean, I've been in the ring with him. He's fast, he's strong, confident. And I've also been against Nakatani. I've been against Nakatani before with Tito Acosta. I just think that Nakatani will put up a fight, but Inoue will stop.
Inoue's he's been dropped by a few left hands. Donaire hurt him with a left hand.
But he gets up and he still wins. But I just think that Nakatani, I mean, he's not ready for Inoue yet. I just think that fight would end up in a knockout as well.
You know, just Resendiz versus Lee, a good fight on the undercard, man. I don't know, how does that one play out?
It's going to be a good fight. Every single fight on the card is going to be a good.
The showdown between Junto Nakatani and Naoya Inoue has captured massive attention. But this isn't just hype. This is elite versus elite. Two undefeated fighters, both at the very top of their division, stepping into a high-risk, high-reward battle. Fans are split, predictions are everywhere, but one thing is certain. This fight is expected to be intense, technical, and explosive from the very first bell.
You know, I noticed that even though, like, Nakatani, he has a type of style where, you know, he's like, I don't know, it's like he's like a bow and arrow. You know what I mean? Like, you give a person a bow and arrow, and he pull that thing back and released, and then, you know, then take off and run and try to hide behind something, you know, and pull that bow and arrow back and release. That's the style that, like, for me, Nakatani has. You know, he has that fencing type of style up front where he uses that lead hand to control distance and range and to you know, win that lead hand battle, to be able to set up that bow and arrow backhand that he got where he can throw it straight, he can throw it underneath. He has various ways, man, in throwing that shot. I see him also do like an inside slip and a body shot off a right hand where he will slip inside of the right hand and throw a...
見えてくる。そのあたりっていうのはいかがでしょう？
まあ、勝ち方次第では、全然、1位の返り咲きっていうのも見えてくる試合ではあると思うので、まあ別にそこを見越して試合をするわけではないんですけど、まあ、そういった試合なんだなっていうのも、まあ自覚しながら、過ごしていますけど、ただ1位になることを目標に5月2日を戦うわけではないので、そこは、まあ結果次第ですね。
でもあと日本人対決ももう10年ぶりになると思うんですけど、はい、その辺あんまりもうそれよりも中谷選手という存在という方が全然大きいですね。
Legendary trainer Teddy Atlas breaks it down in a way only he can. For him, this fight comes down to one key factor: distance. Not nationality, not hype, but pure ring positioning. Atlas explains that Naoya Inoue is at his most dangerous when he's close, applying pressure and unloading combinations. That's where his speed and power become overwhelming. On the other side, Nakatani, being a tall, rangy southpaw, needs space. He needs to control range, use his jab, and make Inoue pay every time he steps forward. That if Nakatani manages that distance, Atlas believes he has a real chance. But if Inoue consistently closes the gap, the fight could quickly swing in his favor.
For this matchup.
Yeah, listen, Inoue's a big favorite, even though it's greatly, highly anticipated. He's at least 3-1 favorite, right? Not more.
He's 4.5 to 1 favorite currently, where Nakatani will get back plus 300.
I think Nakatani's a live dog. You have to like Inoue. It's hard to go against him. This fight will come down to geography. I talk about geography, you know, as though I'm a real estate broker. Location. To me, that's sometimes the most important physical element of a fight. You know, guys have to be mentally ready. They have to have a good intellect, a good fight plan. Obviously, all their skills have to be highly toned, but geography. You know, who fights at the range, the distance, the location that better suits them for their talent. And Inoue wants to be close, Nakatani wants to be at a range, at a distance, and he's a southpaw. He wants to fight. He wants to make it hard for Inoue to make.
When it comes to prediction, Atlas stays balanced, but ultimately leans toward Inoue. He acknowledges Nakatani's chances, especially given the odds, but still gives the edge to Inoue's sharpness, speed, and explosiveness. However, he doesn't expect a quick finish. Instead, he sees a competitive, hard-fought battle stretching across several rounds. Pride, skill, and toughness will be tested on both sides. But in the end, Atlas trusts Inoue's ability to rise in the biggest moments.
Show up. And I think Nakatani got the answers from that last fight. Believe it or not, but I'm going to go and say that fight helps him. Inoue's the monster. And, he's got the quicker hands, I think, in this fight. I think he's a little more explosive. Both guys have moved up several weight classes. I don't think they carry their power quite as much as they did at the lower weight classes. Inoue does have those moments where he's very explosive. So does Nakatani. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I think it's going to go, it could go like that with the kind of explosive moments that this fight can bring on both sides. But I think it's going to go rounds. I think there's going to be a lot of pride involved. Japanese pride. It's going to be a lot more than just about the W. It's going to be about the pride of a country.
Broadcaster Ade Oladipo goes even further, calling this a true super fight. Not driven by marketing, but by pure boxing quality. Two undefeated fighters in their prime. In his view, it's even bigger than hypothetical mega fights like Canelo versus Crawford because both men are at their peak right now. Oladipo still picks Inoue, describing him as a relentless force, a whirlwind who hunts finishes and overwhelms opponents. He predicts chaos, possibly knockdowns for both fighters, but believes only one man will rise and take control, Inoue. Meanwhile, Timothy Bradley Jr. offers a more cautious take. He highlights Nakatani's dangerous angles and offline punching, tools that have troubled Inoue before. He also points out a technical flaw. Inoue sometimes crosses his feet when attacking, leaving openings. Bradley believes if Nakatani times that perfectly, the fight could change instantly. Still, he hesitates to fully commit to a winner. For him, both fighters have paths to victory, and the fight could end in a decision or a late stoppage either way. What he's sure about? This will be a violent, high-level war. Trainer Joel Diaz brings first-hand experience, having worked with both fighters. He praises Inoue's speed, power, and confidence, calling him one of the most dangerous fighters he's ever seen. While he respects Nakatani's toughness, Diaz believes there is a noticeable gap in overall skill. He also acknowledges Inoue has been hurt before, especially by left hands, but emphasizes how quickly he recovers and adapts. Even if Nakatani lands something big, Diaz doesn't see it changing the outcome. His prediction is clear: Inoue by knockout. On the other hand, trainer Malik Scott pushes back against the idea that Nakatani is just an underdog. He believes the gap is smaller than people think, and even leans toward Nakatani pulling off the upset. His reasoning? Style. Nakatani's technical discipline, structure, and pace could disrupt Inoue more than expected. Veteran analyst Max Kellerman adds another layer. He believes the fight is slightly underrated despite its massive importance. While he agrees Inoue is the favorite due to recent performances, he also looks ahead, mentioning future potential opponents like Jesse Bam, Rodriguez, or Rafael Espinoza. If Inoue wins, that's the level Inoue is operating on now. Not just as a champion, but as a fighter with generational potential.